Howdy, howdy, gamers. Hey, hey. Oh, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, what's up? You made it. I made it. We all made it. Us as a collective, we did it. Anyways, last episode I made the outline for my build. And it made me realize I need wax, like a shit ton of it. So, that's what we're getting this episode. We're getting bees, we're getting wax. Yeah. But one thing I'm going to need is shears to get that wax in the first place, to get honeycombs, to get bees, etc. I've realized I have like no iron, and I have no armor, and I have no iron. Generally, this is an issue. We need more iron. So let's go up mining for that. Why don't we? More mining. Yahoo! Surely I won't lose my hours of progress, you know, leveling up to level 34. Holy shit! Oh, fuck, that's not good. Damn. No! Wait, no. Ah! That was stupid! God, ah! 34 levels. You have no idea how fucking painful that is. Yeah, you do, but, oh my god, 7 levels. Fuck me. Everything else, whatever. Cool, we got our shit back. Who cares? Fuck. That was such a preventable death. I was gonna block myself in anyways. I don't have sticks. Fuck me. Alright, let's cut this short. Let's cut our losses. I don't want to fucking have to go back here again. I'm not going on another fucking death loop. I'm not dying another 50 times. We technically got what we came here for. Whatever. I guess this is the problem with being a broke ass. You know, I use shitty tools, but then they break really frequently, and then I don't have a weapon. Do I have no wood? How the hell does this happen to me? Hey, look, it's oxidizing. See what I mean? Like, you know how little, like, time has passed in between, like, when we last came here? That is way too fucking fast. Oh, we want you to be able to show history in your Minecraft worlds. Bullshit. I guess we look for just a already filled up beehive, which is unlikely because, you know, I don't load this area that much. Maybe we just want to get some silk touch. Maybe that is the play. I will say having like a food source has actually changed my life. I guarantee like at least 5 deaths were prevented because of that. All right, let's do some cow farming. See how close we are to full bookshelves. Spoiler, not very. You know, I don't ever use horses. I wonder. Listen, there are plenty of horses in this world. There are literally horses on like the other side of this island. This isn't 1.6 anymore. Nobody gives a shit about horses. I hate that there is like almost no incentive to make an enchanting setup. Like, why the fuck would you do this instead of just getting like a villager trading setup? Like, oh yeah, I want to enchant my shit, but instead of spending 1 bookshelf and a few wooden slabs, I want to spend like 14, I can't remember the amount, 15 bookshelves, and 2 diamonds, and 4 obsidian, and another book, and lapis, just to get a bunch of random bullshit that isn't even going to be good half the time and requires me to have like 30 levels. I'm serious, what the fuck is the enchantment balancing in this game? You know, I started to talk about the menu last episode and then I forgot. You know, it's a good movie, I think. I thought the ending was a little predictable, just like, or like where they were going with it. Like, it's a pretty unconventional movie. I don't want to pretend it's like, it's not like cookie cutter or anything, but it is like kind of but I kind of saw what they were going for as soon as I saw the, you know, when they introduced the photo. That's what I'll say. They had a photograph, and I kind of saw where they were going with that. Oh my god, a disc! Just a naturally occurring disc. Holy shit. How often does that fucking happen? Ugh, what a mess. But we got a naturally occurring music disc. And it's fucking cat! God damn it. Alright, I'm not interested in losing 11 levels. I think maybe I just find a librarian and like trade bookshelves. There's no reason to have an enchanting setup. Almost no. It's good for getting like more than 1. You know, villagers, you gotta get like 1 billion books and combine them all. Enchantment setup, it's good for getting like stacked shit, but that's about it. To be fair, did I have cat? I didn't. I didn't have a lot of discs, so I don't know why I'm fucking complaining. Well, because I could have found cat. Like, I'm going to find cat, I guarantee, another 15 times in this series. Because it spawns in structure chests. Like, and why is it only cat in 11? I still don't get that. It's one of those things that, like, they've needed to change, like, 15 years ago, and they haven't. Holy shit, 15 years ago isn't even hyperbole at this point. It's literally been 15 fucking years. I'm gonna end my recording session, but not the episode most likely. So, I'll give you a little bit of behind the scenes information, you know, how the sausage is made. I made a book and quill. Now I can write down what I was doing. Alright, I'll be back. Alright. Hey. Oh my god, hey, welcome back. Oh my god. Been forever since I've seen you. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Minecraft series. Hey, I'm still doing this. Hey, what's up? Ignore any live streams of questionable canonicity. They never happened. I've decided they never happened. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, gamers? Hey, how's it going? Today we are... Well, first of all, I noticed... my structure's fucked up. Look at this. I can't believe I didn't notice this, but like, look. 1, 2, 3, and then the big portion. 1, 2. So I gotta fix this real quick. So there is a new minor update, which is really interesting. But yeah, we got the Armored Paws update, which is like dog armor and armadillos and shit. I checked it out on a live stream already, so it's less special. I did it without you guys. I'm sorry. Alright, finally, a symmetrical fucking structure. Alright, let's nerd pillar up here. The whole reason I even noticed this discrepancy was because I may or may not have pruned some of the chunks from my world for the new update. Listen, they added a shit ton of like wolf variants. I feel like if we want to get all the wolf variants, it's going to be a lot easier if we like prune some of the chunks out. Because like I have a shit ton of old growth taiga that I explored. And so I just got rid of it so we can... Oh, okay. That looks way better, yeah. But yeah, I feel like this episode we should try to get some wolves. We should try to see if we can find any new wolf variants in the old growth forests. Because I want to check all the biomes that wolves used to spawn in, because they added like a bunch of new wolf variants, and I don't think they would add them in biomes that wolves didn't generate in, but I feel like they probably just added like a new wolf variant for like every little biome, you know, forest, snowy taiga, normal taiga, just like the little like mini variations you don't think of biomes. So yeah, let's check those. Yeah, we better sleep. Oh right, shit. Oh, I completely forgot. I'm using a different account, technically. You'll notice I don't have my cool migrator cape. My old account was bought for me by, like, a childhood friend, like, a long-ass time ago. And that account needs, like, his email, to authenticate, and it's just really fucking obnoxious. And I have money now. I can buy my own account. It's a pain. So we're using this account now, so we're gonna have to unlock all these advancements again, and that's gonna be kind of distracting, but that's fine. I am not too worried about that. Let's go seek out wax. Let's look for wolves. So full disclosure, right? I cheated on you. I don't regret it. My streaming audience was better than you'll ever be. Fuck you. I did a little live stream when 1.20.5 dropped, and like I looked for wolves, kind of just went around all the biomes, but I don't think it really made for... It just wasn't the same style as like my offline videos, because, you know, I'm like responding to chat occasionally. It's just not the same. I didn't like it, and it was kind of a aimless... I didn't like the live stream. I'm not going to pretend it didn't happen. It happened. I know a lot of the new stuff already. I've gotten a lot of new stuff spoiled for me. I'm not going to fake my, you know, react. Oh my god, armadillo! I don't think I'm gonna do any more like live streams in this world, because this just isn't, you know, I regret doing a live stream in this world. I don't think I would do it again. I wouldn't do it again. Of course not, babe. No. Oh my god. I gotta remember what the fuck I even like say during these videos. What the fuck do I even do? Oh, let's talk about philosophy. You know, the other day I was like at my work. I was pushing a really heavy thing. And I thought to myself, one must imagine Sisyphus. Oh my god! Oh my god, you're beautiful! Oh my god. Oh, fuck yeah! New dog, let's go! Okay, so there is a dog variant for this biome. I haven't seen that one yet. Fuck yeah! Alright, and which biome is this? This is old growth spruce. I wonder if old growth pine has a variant? I mean, that's such a small distinction most players wouldn't even realize. I feel like locking a dog variant behind, you know, a minor variant of this biome would be a weird move. But you know, let's check this anyways. It's not gonna be here because this is where the trail runes is, and I made extra sure that I didn't erase the trail runes that I already excavated, because that would be really awkward, you know. Oh, hey guys, the structure that I looted, it's back, yeah. I mean, it's a fucking trail runes. Like, I'm not getting like amazing fucking loot from that, but yeah, we got our dog. Oh my god, you're so pretty. Oh my god, look how fucking pretty this dog is. It's so goddamn pretty. I love you so much. Man, I want a dog in real life, but I feel... Oh my god! It's a black wolf! Ah, I wanted a black wolf. You have no idea. You have no idea. So my whole fucking dog live stream, I was looking for all the dog variants, and I'm like, oh, they better add like a black dog variant. Please tell me they added a black dog variant. Fuck yeah! Let's go! Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about! Woo! I want a dog in real life, but I don't know if I would take care of it, and they're so fucking expensive. Like, I don't make enough to support myself on my own yet, so I don't know how I would support a dog, but you know, I don't know. Dogs are so fucking awesome. I would like to have a dog, but also do I just want a dog because I like the idea of a dog, or do I actually like, do I think I would be able to handle that? You guys, do you have any idea how like non-committal I am? Oh, fuck yeah. New dogs. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. You're my buddies. You're my pals. Pally. Oh my god, my friends, my pals. Alright, let's get some dye so we can differentiate them. I feel like I never know if I'm going to actually be able to like handle something until I'm actually handling it. It's always like there's something that I'm not sure about. Like, oh, I don't know if I could handle like taking this class. I don't know if I could like handle making this like video series. I don't know, you know. And then I actually try it, and either it's like I can or I can't, but I am very bad at judging like my own abilities. I am terrible at judging my own abilities. And you know, not to turn this into like a weird therapy session or whatever, but like I feel like a lot of that traces back to my upbringing as like a gifted kid burnout, where it's like everyone, they just constantly gas me up, which is like good. Like I feel like that's good, right? Obviously. And it's like so hard to explain too, because it's like you sound so fucking privileged, where it's like, oh, people gave me too much positive reinforcement. Oh, my parents were too supportive. The adults in my life were too supportive. I get, you know, it's probably a me problem in large part, but I don't know. It's like I got gassed up constantly, and then I would like try to do it, and then I wouldn't be able to do it. And it's like, well, everyone's like, oh, you have so much potential, dude. Oh, you can do so much. And then me just constantly falling short of that, just constantly falling short of everybody else's expectations for me. I feel like that's kind of led to me, you know, not really being able to judge my own capabilities, because it's like, am I like actually like capable of this? Should I be confident in myself, or am I just like in over my head? Is this like a Dunning-Kruger thing where it's like, it seems easy, it seems like something I should be able to do, but like I can't actually. And I get that, like, also it's not like a binary of like, oh, you can do it or you can't. Like, if you can't do it at first, then like you just get better. Like that's how it works, right? Like, I don't know, and maybe that was my problem. I viewed everyone telling me I could do something as like, oh, I won't have to try. Oh, I won't have to like, you know, I'll just be able to do this. No fucking struggle, no sweat. But I don't know. I think it's deeper than that. It's not just about like effort. It's not just about hard work and gumption, and I really wish it was. But it's not. I feel like I either assume that I'm just gonna be bad at things, or I assume I'm just gonna fucking rock and like be the bestest and be like just the greatest, you know, ever at it. And I feel like that's just not a very, I don't think that's a very useful way to look at things. Yeah, and that whole spiel was a setup for me talking about dogs. All that to say, I don't know if I could raise a dog. It's a lot of fucking work. I don't know if I could handle it. I feel like I could raise a dog, but also oh shit. I worry that if I owned a dog, I would get tired of it, and then I would just be like, oh, like, I don't want to play with you anymore, you know, Andy from Toy Story. I worry if I had a dog, I'd get, like, resentful of the fact that I have to take care of it after a certain point, and I would just be like, oh, fuck, it's my dog that I have to take care of, it's my dog, and then, like, it would just become kind of a chore, and it'd just be like, I don't know, I feel like I would either neglect it, or I would just take care of it out of, like, sheer guilt and, like, I don't know, because I have to, and then I'm stuck with this, like, burden, and it's like, oh, it would have been better for, like, both of us if I just never had you. I mentioned this in, like, one of the previous episodes, but, like, dogs kind of overwhelm me, and I think that's a big part of it, because I never felt that way about my cat. My family owned a cat growing up, and, like, I never felt like, oh, I have to change your litter box, oh, I have to feed you, oh! Like, I think I could own a cat, like, no sweat. I fucking love cats. But, like, dogs have a whole, like, another, like, component to them. Like, I feel like dogs want you to, like, play with them and take them on walks, and you gotta get them, like, socializing with other dogs, and you gotta, it's more work, and it's specifically, like, kind of this social, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, dogs stress me out a little bit. They, like, kind of tire me out. I literally, it's so fucking weird. Dogs, like, actually drain my social battery. Like, if I hang out with dogs for a while, I get the same fucking feeling as I do hanging out around, like, people for a while, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm all peopled out, man. And I don't know. I think my dog question also just, like, loops around into, like, my fears of, like human commitment. Oh no. Weirdly enough, I actually, like, do want kids, and I would like to be married at some point. I would like to have, like, a family. You know, maybe I should get a dog, so it's like, then I can kind of test out the waters. Like, oh, do I have, like, enough commitment to, like, live with a dog and not go crazy? Cool. You know, it's weird. I want, like, a long-term romantic relationship. I want kids. I fucking love kids. Like, but, like, I do, and it's weird because, like, I'm also, like, the exact opposite, like, personality type for that kind of thing, I feel. And then it's like, oh, do you actually want that, or do you just like the idea of it? I don't know. I like people. I love people. It's just like, sometimes people tire me out, and sometimes I'm like, okay, I want my space. And I worry if I, like, lived that kind of life, I wouldn't get it, I guess. And I think that impression, like, in part comes from me growing up. God, this whole, like, just fucking episodes commentary is just like, well, you know, in my childhood, like, this thing happened. It all started when I was a little boy. Let's go! Oh my god, you're so pretty. Oh my god, you're so pretty. Oh my god. Oh, look at these pretty guys. Oh my god. Yeah. I got my little pretty army. Oh my god. If I had to guess, I feel like my fear of, like, close relationships with people in part is, like, a fear that my boundaries won't get respected. And, like, also, I am terrible, like, I am such a fucking pushover. I'm, like, terrible at standing up for myself. It's just easier for me to, like, push everyone away and just stay, like, very distant with people than to actually have to try to fucking communicate, hey, like, give me some fucking space occasionally, please. And also, like, with kids, you can't just fucking, like, I feel like you don't get space as a parent, you know? You aren't supposed to have space. That's, like, a bad parenting thing. Like, you have to be there for your kids. You can't just, like, oh, I don't feel like being a parent today. I think in some regards, boundaries just kind of go out the window with both those kinds of relationships. And maybe that's, like, my flawed view of that. Maybe that's not the case, but I don't know. I don't know. I am so sorry, by the way. I feel like I hope you find this entertaining. I hope this isn't, like, stressful for you. I just like psychoanalyzing myself. You know, even if I can't handle dogs or people or, you know, a family in real life. I got a family of dogs right here in-game. Holy shit, I'm Makima. I just realized. Oh my god. Unlike the other fucking dimension about, like, having a family or whatever is, like, money. Oh my god. That too. Oh my god. I'd have to figure out, like, actual financial stability. I can't just, like, live as, like, a poor, like, starving bachelor forever. I have to, like, I have to make a living and then some for, like, the rest of my fucking life. It's just a lot of work, gamers. It's just, and for what? You know, some form of like happiness or fulfillment. But you know, I do love kids. I love kids. Feel free to clip that out of context. I love kids, Charlie. You know what pisses me off is like when people are like performatively or non-performatively like hating on kids. I don't know. I get it, cuz like I don't think everyone should be expected to like kids or, you know, get along with them. I feel like that is like kind of a toxic expectation of society, especially for like women. I get it. Kids are like little shits, dude. I'm the first to fucking recognize that, okay? But also like I don't know, they're so fucking cool. It's like you're a person, but like it's like how, you know, with like your friends, you have like, I don't know, a show that you've watched, and then like you talk to your friend, it's like, "Oh, if you watch this show." "Oh, no, I haven't." "Oh my god, you haven't watched this show?" And then you like get them into it. And they're like, "Oh my god, this show's so good." Like the satisfaction of like getting one of your friends into like a show you're watching. I feel like this is like a very stupid analogy to be using, but like kids are like that. But instead of just like a fucking show, it's like everything. I don't know, and maybe this is like an extremely shallow reason to like want to be a parent, but it's like think about it. If you're a parent, it's like you get to like introduce your fucking kid to everything. Like, "Oh, kid, you ever tried peanut butter jelly sandwiches? They're so fucking good." And it's like, "Oh my god, no, I haven't." And then your like kid tries peanut butter jelly, and it's like, "Oh my god, peanut butter jelly, I've never tried that." I don't know. I love the satisfaction of like introducing people to things, and kids are so fucking awesome for that. You know, everything's like fresh to them. Everything's like new, and that's so fucking awesome, because, you know, I think that's very fun. And also, you know, the kids, they got like wonder and imagination and shit. I got like 7 billion cousins right now because everybody in my family decided to have kids at like roughly the same time. So I just got a shit ton of cousins, and I'm like the cool older cousin, and it's pretty awesome. I love my cousins so much. They're so awesome. It's like that scene from Invincible where like Debbie's like, "Oh, kids remind us of like the like joys of life, and you know, after we get weighed down by adult stresses." I legitimately believe that. I think, I don't know. Okay, secret basement. Yeah, but do I give a shit? No, I don't. No, I don't. And it's so annoying when like people are like performatively like hating on kids. I get it to like some extent, because it's like, yeah, I get that kids are genuinely like very annoying. I think it is good to have adult spaces. I like having adult spaces. I like adult media. I am kind of sad that like I get the feeling that like a lot of media has become sanitized, and that makes me sad. I don't like that. I like adult media with adult themes, and I like talking to adults, and I like hanging out with adults. There's a reason I spend most of my fucking time around adults. But like, I feel like it's just such an immature tendency to be like, "Oh, duh, fuck kids. Kids are so annoying. Oh my god, kids." It feels like a very immature way to like signal like your maturity, that like I'm an adult because I hate on children. Like that's grow up, dude. Like the internet is so fucking mean to kids. I don't know. Ooh, the dogs kill him. Oh, I do get, oh damn it, the dogs give me bad omen. You failed me, dogs. If there's a wolf variant here, it's not gonna fucking spawn because everything's powder snow. And there are like always 5 blocks of actual grove biome in the world. But I don't know. I feel like people are needlessly hostile to kids just for like existing and being like a little embarrassing. A little cringe. And that makes me sad. It's fucking hard, man. I was a child. It was hard being a child. You know what pisses me off, honestly? Like, almost like as much as people being like hostile to children is people being like patronizing. I fucking hate people like who are patronizing to children. Like it's better than like the alternative of like, I don't know, like, "Oh, you gotta be," like, you know, like obviously you don't want to be, you can't treat kids exactly like adults. You shouldn't treat kids exactly like adults. But kids are like way smarter than a lot of people give them credit for. There are people out there whose like entire perception of like, do you not remember being a fucking kid? Like, I'm gonna assume either you don't remember being a kid, or you were a fucking idiot as a kid and you project that onto everybody else. Like, wow, wait to fucking expose yourself there, man. Like, oh, you're telling me like when you were a kid you couldn't handle like a character dying in a movie? Fuck you. You know, like kids media has gotten so goddamn sanitized. It's like you can't have actual villains anymore. You can't have like death. You can't have any sort of like complicated emotions. You just like Ugh, it pisses me the fuck off. Oh my god. And the fucking helicopter parenting. Oh my god, I hate helicopter parenting so much. So much. Oh no, my kid can't be trusted to go over to a friend's house. No, she's only like 9 years old. Oh, my kids have to be my little babies forever. Fuck you. Alright, we didn't find any. I don't think there's any in the Grove biome. And, you know, I think part of it stems from, like, the fact that I hated it when adults were patronizing to me when I was a kid. Like, my fucking grandma, you know? I love my grandma, okay? Like, listen, grandma, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Or I hate when, like, the parenting style where it's like, I'm not gonna, like, explain shit to you. You don't get to know why I'm doing anything. You just have to, like, listen to what I'm saying and, like, accept, and you just gotta accept my authority, no questions asked. And that's just how things are gonna be, because I'm the fucking parent. I get, you know, obviously there isn't time to, like, explain everything, and, like, I think there is a place for just, like, discipline, and, like, I'm not saying everything has to be, like, explained, but it pisses me off when people have, like, parenting styles where it's just pure authoritarian, like, do what I tell you, like, bullshit. Because, like, that's, you're just setting someone, like, you're just setting them up for fucking failure in the real world. Like, oh, I don't know how to think for myself. Oh, I don't know how to, like, do anything by myself. It's so weird how, like, some parents will, like, react to their kid being fucking useless in the real world, where it's like you have parents who raise kids with, like, no fucking free thinking skills, and then they have the audacity to be like, oh, like, why are you, like, worthless? Why can't you do anything on your own? Oh, that pisses me off. You know what really grinds my gears? Oh, this mountain's pretty. Wow, holy shit. Yeah, I don't know which I hate more, the parents who are like, they want their kid to be, like, helpless and dependent on them, or the parents where it's like, they want their kid to be independent and hate having their kid depend on them, but also did nothing to, like, foster their kid's independence, and so now their kid is just, like, dependent on them heavily. Ugh. Anyways, let's talk about something, like, less depressing. Conversation topics. That's my impression of a dial-up modem. Oh, another grove. I guess we can see. Man, I would have hoped that we would find something other than just endless snow. But, a lot of snow in this world. I feel like there are more snowy biomes in the game now. Like, I saw this in my server, too, where it was just nothing but snow. Oh my god. I'm sick of this. I'm gonna go blind from all the snow glare. Tangentially related to, like, helicopter parenting. You know, I'm not completely leaving the subject, I guess, but, like, I hate, like, true crime, like, brained people. People watch way too much goddamn true crime now. I swear to, why, I hate how paranoid everybody is. I mean, you know, you've seen the fucking video where it's, like, the woman putting, like, the billion security devices in her house, and it's, like, all an ad for security shit. That's the insidious part of it. That's what feels, like, especially, like, shitty about it. Like, I get people being, like, scared. I get being paranoid and, like, cautious, especially, like, as a, like, woman or whatever, you know. Being a woman, it's pretty scary. I get why women are, like, paranoid about going out in public, you know. But it feels so fucking insidious because it feels like it's being manufactured. It feels like people are trying to manufacture paranoia among people for, like, you know, profits. It makes me sad, and it makes me upset, and it makes me angry. I don't like it. And it's again, it's just sad for fucking kids, because it's like, it sucks so much. It's just, all the fucking kids I see these days, it's just, I feel so goddamn old. The kids these days, they don't even go outside anymore. Back when I grew up, we drank out of the hose. We got skinny knees, and now the damn kids not even allowed to. But, like, it can't be good for, like, this generation that, like, so many kids are staying inside all day and just, like, you know, playing on the iPad, watching TV. Like, that can't be healthy. I don't like that. I've seen so many fucking Twitter, and you know, maybe this is, like, out of proportion. Maybe, like, I'm getting a skewed perception of everything because, like, I'm, you know, echo chamber, only seeing, like, a fraction of people that actually exist, you know. I'm sure I'm seeing, like, only the most extreme weirdos. But I've seen so many fucking people on, like, Twitter where it's like, oh, I'm never gonna let my kid have, like, a sleepover ever. Do you see what, like, happened, like, this one time when, like, a girl got murdered? And it's like, oh my god, dude. Like, yeah, if your kid fucking exists out in public, like, they could get murdered. Like, I feel like there's only so much you can, like, reasonably expect to protect. I don't know. And I saw a good tweet, like, talking about that as well, where it was like, oh my god, is that really what my commentary is, like, devolved into, huh? Just, like, sharing, oh, I found this cool tweet, guys. This isn't a fucking conversation with my friends. This is, like, a goddamn YouTube channel. I feel like I gotta have more tact than that. The sad thing about it is, like, helicopter parents will be like, oh, you can't, like, play with your friends because that's dangerous. You can't ever go outside. I'm gonna homeschool you. Oh, you gotta have a tracker on you at all times. And, like, in reality, like, your kid is, like, way more likely to die from, like, a car accident. And, you know, you don't see anyone like, oh, you shouldn't drive your kid. Like, it's so, I don't know. And I feel like some of the people who do it are, like, well-intentioned. I feel like most of the people who do it are well-intentioned. But it also feels like a little bit controlling to me. It feels like, it feels toxic in some way. It feels... It is, you know, even, like, my generation, it is insane just how many friends I had in high school where it's like, oh, yeah, I got a tracker on my phone. My mom has to know where I am at all times, or she calls the cops. Yeah, that is insane. What the fuck did they put in the water to make, like, Gen X and, like, millennial parents so goddamn paranoid? I do legitimately wonder if it's, like, all those, like, missing, like, milk carton kids and just the constant fucking 1980s, 1990s paranoia where it's like, oh, your kid's gonna get abducted. Oh, you better watch out. Your kid's gonna get abducted. Oh, kids, you better watch out. You're gonna get abducted. Like, just a constant fucking paranoia instilled into, like, that generation. And, you know, like, back then there were a shit ton of crime shows. All right, come on. We gotta find all the dog variants. All right, gamers. I think I hear the dinner bell. I think we're gonna end it for today. I think that's it for today's episode. We just ran around with some wolves. I feel like that's a good episode, right? Yeah, you know, we had fun. I don't know. I think the baby died. Oh shit, I think a few of them died. Shit, where's the old growth one? Oh no. Thank God we're next to the old growth. That's still sad. Or maybe it got lost because I've been walking forever. Who knows? All right, goodbye. Go away.